Time for you to learn everything there is to know about Neon, starting with her Q. So, when you shoot it, it bounces, leaving a concussion blast on the spot and wherever it lands, and this thing has infinite range. So here it bounces off the wall, leaving a concussion, and goes all the way to the other side before hitting the ground. And I'll show you a little bit later, it literally has infinite range, meaning the lineups are going to be quite interesting to see. No idea what people will come up with, but it's crazy. The next thing she has is a double Phoenix wall. This cannot be curved, but it does the exact same amount of damage as Phoenix. Does not damage yourself, but it'll damage teammates and enemies at the same tick rate as Phoenix, and this is approximately how far it goes. It can also be body blocked. So right here, I'm trying to throw the wall and it gets body blocked by the enemy Neon, which is super weird. No idea why this happens, but there you go. The next thing is her sprint/slide. So when you press E, you begin sprint form and it starts draining, let's call it a stamina bar, similar to what Viper has for her fuel. You also get one slide, which is initiated by pressing the right mouse button before you have to get 2 kills in order to refill that slide. When running and sliding towards targets, you can shoot, but you are not fully accurate, like, at all. Like, you do not have movement accuracy whatsoever. Here I dash or slide to the right, and you can see I have no accuracy. However, sliding into people with shotguns will definitely be a thing. Now, the next thing to note is the concussion lasts quite a while here. So here when I concuss myself with the enemy Neon, of course it's a normal concuss, hard to hit people, but it lasts a hot minute. Now the ultimate, try to keep up here, the ultimate's super weird. Once you pop your ultimate, you are infinitely sprinting, but you still only have one slide before needing to reset it with a couple kills, and it does about 22 damage per tick. So right here I'm trying to show you what a tick looks like, and when you hold it, it absolutely melts people. Like, extremely fast. Now, the ultimate's a little hard to explain. The stamina bar is always draining, and if it runs out, your ultimate is gone. You also have 40 bullets with infinite ammo. So if I straight up hold bullets, I will run out and have to recharge. However, if I get a kill, it fills about 1 bar of the stamina, allowing my ultimate to keep going infinitely. So as long as you're getting kills, you can kind of keep resetting the ult timer, similar to Reyna, but you do have a certain amount of bullets that are recharging. It's definitely a lot to keep up, so I recommend watching that part of the video a couple times until it's fully understandable. You can also switch to your gun, and getting kills with the gun also resets that quote-unquote stamina bar. Another fun fact with the slide is you can slide over guns to pick them up, or you can spam F to pick it up if you're next to it. You do have to pick it up mid or end of the slide. If I slide right here, right at the start, I kind of go straight over the Vandal, but mid or end of the slide, you pick up the Vandal, easy peasy. Another fun fact about sprinting is you can shift sprint, which is very weird. You become completely silent, you also keep your hand out, it drains your stamina, but you don't shift walk any faster, so don't do it. Just turn off your E and then turn it back on. I have no idea why it's part of the mechanics, but it's there. Now, the next thing to note is when you're sliding, it's not like a jet dash, you're not immune, you will die. The next thing we started was the actual interactions. Here we have a Cipher Trap at crouch height. This is something you couldn't crouch under, and you also cannot slide under. So the big thing to note here is your slide is not lower than a crouch. However, you might be surprised how high it actually is. This is about neck height, and you still cannot slide under this tripwire, so yeah, you can literally only slide underneath stuff that you could crouch under. That's literally the only way. Here we have a Cipher Trap at eye height, and something I could crouch under. It also means I can slide under. Kind of disappointed, was hoping to go all Matrix with this agent, but it's okay. When you're slowed, any sort of slow, by the way, and you run, you do actually run faster through the slow, but obviously it is still reduced speed. Now, this is where things get very interesting. So there's a lot of movement mechanics to understand here. When you get slowed, you can no longer slide. The option to slide is now gone. I don't get it. However, if I slide before entering the slow, I can surpass about half of it, or even a little more than half here once you get the hang of it. Before switching off Sage, I also want to give you a fun fact. It takes an entire, finger bullet load, 40 bullets, I don't know what to call them, 40 zaps, to actually get through a Sage wall. Just a little fun fact. Now back to the slows, because I'm not done here. As you can see, if I get seen by the chamber trap and I slide, I will basically not take any damage. Also, if I was following a teammate who already triggered the trap, same idea as the Sage slow. If I slide near the start of it, I will surpass over half of it. Now this is where things get even more interesting. With damage abilities, they do not stop you from running or sliding. And the most efficient way to get over slows and damage abilities is jumping and then sliding and running right here. So you run, jump, slide halfway, and you'll get over basically the entire ability. It is extremely satisfying. Unlike tick damage, you know, bullets are gonna get you the hit marker that slows you down. Nothing you can do about that. It doesn't matter if you're sliding or running. Now, the good news is it doesn't kick you out of running, and it doesn't kick you out of the slide, but in the end, it still slows you down. The walls, of course, block vision. Therefore, it would stop stuff like the Killjoy bot from shooting you. Just wanted to put that out there. Now here we have an alarm bot as well as the turret. I run, I slide, I'm still getting damaged, I still get vulnerable, but it doesn't stop my movement. It just slows it down at the worst. This is further compounded by bullets. If I'm running and let's say the Killjoy shoots me, I just get really, you know, I get tagged. I get slow tagged extremely hard. Obviously, Killjoy ult will stop everything. This is kind of a given, but you know, I tested it. Same thing with KO Suppress. It'll kick you out of the ultimate, similar how it kicks Jet out of her ultimate, but unlike Jet, because it has infinite timer, you actually keep losing your stamina bar, you know, quote on stamina bar, as you can see here. Even though he kicks me out of my ultimate, it doesn't stop it from draining, so that's a huge counter. Another fun fact is you are faster than Ray's Boombot. I love this. This cracked me up. Look at this. I'm just running. And then I slide away. I hear it coming. I slide away at the last second. No damage. You can outrun Ray's Boombot. Easy peasy. I love to see it. Alright, the next thing is Displacement. So this one's also quite interesting. Here we used a Ray Satchel. As you can see, it does displace me. I'm sliding. Whoop. I get pushed forward. A little bit of a weird movement. This, you know, these are where the interactions get a little odd, right? So let's say Astra. She uses Suck on me. And I start getting sucked in. If I'm running towards the Suck, and I get sucked in, I just kind of run out of it almost like nothing. I mean, I get displaced, but not majorly, you know? And let's say I'm within the suck exactly. So I just stand right here, I get sucked, I slide away, nothing. The slide basically bypasses the suck, like not even one thing. Now, if I get trapped, as in like normally I walk into it, I'm not already running, doesn't matter. I pop my run and I slide, I get out of it instantly. With Concuss, you don't get kicked out of the sprint, but you're so slow it doesn't matter. They can still hit you easy peasy. You know, but at least you don't get kicked out of it. So the minute the Concuss wears off, you will continue to run back at your original speed. Now, for the sake of time, I decided not to show it, but this is the same thing with any Concuss. Like, I checked out Breach as well. Doesn't matter, when you're running and you get ulted, you will still be, quote, running, but you'll be super slow. You get displaced, just like normal. And here I just want to show a little bit of footage of what I meant about the Q at the beginning. If I shoot it, it just goes crazy. You know, like, this wasn't the most highly scientific experiment ever, as you can see on screen, but it was a lot of fun, and I think there's a lot to learn about Neon. She's gonna have a lot of these little cool tricks. I'm sure stuff that I missed, but trust me when I say she's fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in the next one.